Hi there, so in this video I'm going to discuss with you why there is a gap between the left and the right page and why you will always have to simultaneously work on both pages. So let's quickly go back in history. Back when Planify Pro was first created, it was created for the planner community and for people to create their own planner inserts, which they could insert into their planner. Most in the planner community have some sort of a binder where inserts have to be punched, and that is why there is a gap here on the templates. So initially Planify Pro was created for this community so they could easily create inserts without having to worry how big or how small the gap has to be, and we would always calculate this gap for them. And that is where this gap here comes from and why the size selection is called ring binder size. Then the reason why you will always have to work on the left and the right page is because of this gap here in the middle. Because when you print out an insert, or usually in the planner community, when you print your own inserts, you usually always print them front and back. So the system will always ask you, okay, so if you have the front page, then what exactly is on the back page? And that is why you will always work on the left and the right side, so it can be printed front and back, and it will always know what on the left and the right page is. So you probably already know that when you export a planner that is smaller in sizes, it will always export you a double page, so you can save paper. So let's say if you have an A6 binder and you're exporting the A6 size, which just a quick comparison, this is the A6 size, this is the US letter size. It's much smaller than the US letter size. It will always export you 2 pages at a time, or it will always try to add 2 pages onto one sheet of paper so you can export 2 at a time, and this way you can save on paper. And that's why it will always ask you, well, if you have the left page, then what would be on the right page if you export them double pages? And that is why you will always have to work left and right. Now recently we've been gaining more users who are not from the planner community and who just want to create single pages in US letter size without the gap. What you can do for now is you can remove this gap here on the sides, and you can do that by going to layout, and then down here below you will see that there is a setting for the outer padding and the inner padding. And with the inner padding, we mean the paddings here on the insides of the left and the right page. And the outer padding is this outer padding here. So if you set the inner and outer padding to be the exact same number, you can actually align this planner, this template in the middle of the page. So for example, you can take the outer padding, which is 0.26, and copy it and paste it in the inner padding. Now what you see now is that it removed the padding in the middle, and now if you check out the left page, the margins left and right are the exact same as on the right page. And then from here you can actually always just work on the left page and disregard whatever is on the right page, but once you're finished with your work, just copy it from the left to the right side so you have 2 identical pages. And up here you have a button for copy left to right, so you can click on it and it will automatically copy what you had on the left side to the right side. And then from here, assuming you have the US letter size selected, you can go to the export panel, click US letter size, and then generate your PDF. And then it will create you single pages. So I will quickly show you. Here, let's click on download, and you see that now I've downloaded the PDF, and this is what you will receive. You see, it's 2 pages, the left and the right, or the front and the back page, and the margins are the same, left and right. But if you only want to have one PDF, simply just delete this second page in your PDF program. So usually when you open up your PDF on your computer, in the PDF program you're opening up the PDF, you usually can select the second page and delete it from the whole PDF file. So that is what I recommend you to do. So again, quick recap. The reason why there is a gap in the middle is for the hole punches. Doesn't matter which size you select, it will always calculate you a margin in the middle so there is enough space for your hole punches. But if you don't want to have hole punches, if you want to have equal spaces, go to layout and then adjust the outer and inner padding to have the same numbers. And that is how you can create planner inserts with no gap in the middle, with the same margins on the left and the right side. If you have any questions, you can always message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I will try to respond to your questions as quickly as I can. Thank you, bye!